After getting a fair bit of idea of what a DPA is, let's talk about top 4 mistakes that do happen when people are creating and signing DPAs. Welcome to my YouTube channel where you daily see new content on data privacy. And as I said, let's talk about the top 4 mistakes that happen when people sign up with DPAs. So just to touch base, DPA is an agreement that a controller or a fiduciary signs with the processor when they are providing personal information of their own, you can say prospects or any data principal or data user who has contacted them for any service, and they are getting this service or anything related to it processed with third parties, then they need to sign a agreement with the third party on the contractual clauses, on the good bad parts in terms of how would they process it, how would they make it secure, how would they ensure they honor all the privacy commitments, and what are the common mistakes. So let's start. First of all, many organizations still believe they can pick up a template, rephrase it, maybe change some words, and use it as it. Does it help? No, it does not. Boiler templates do not help. They do not help in any situation because they are templates. They are not the real documents. Now, what you can do when you get a sort of a boiler template, which you are always tempted to locate for when you are creating a document, use it as a guideline. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the required contents. Good. Now I'll put in the actual content depending on my business requirement. Right? I have promised my principal a particular thing which I need to sign with my processor. So instead of following a template, here is where I'm going to put in what did I promise and how does it happen beyond this. Create documents that are customized to the actual requirement. So as a tip, customized documents based on the data types, on the business and regulatory requirements, and the vendor risk level. So how much can the vendor sustain, right? Vendor due diligence is one of the first steps. So just look into that. Regular updates. Do processes change? Well, they do. Processes change. Why they change is that when you start implementing something, there's a thought process, but then there are practical challenges that you face and you feel like making some corrections, right? So you fine tune them from time to time. Also, businesses evolve, regulations change, so you need to upkeep your processes or documents updated very, very regularly. So old documents do not fit in everything and do not fit forever. Be careful with that. Review and reassess your data processing agreements very regularly, at least annually. And we know there have been organizations who don't look into them for many years. Okay? Yes, we have an agreement signed. Yes, you can say privacy is new, but the agreements used to be there without privacy clauses. Now the idea is that with the added fact that there are privacy clauses also, review them very regularly, at least once in a year. Breach management protocol. Nothing will go wrong in my environment. That's what the vendor thinks, the processor thinks. Everything is his responsibility is what the fiduciary or the controller thinks. Is it all the same way? None of them actually prepares themselves for the worst possible situation. No one owns the breach notification, and that is something that further creates problems. Both the parties believe that it's the job of the other party to act. Define timelines, responsibility, and regulatory obligations clearly so that proper actions are taken. Breaches can happen, incidents will happen, so be careful about it. And then last but not the least, what happens when the contract ends? When there is an exit, when there is a termination. Is it properly defined? What triggers? That could be very simple. Email marketing campaign for 3 months. Email marketing campaign for 5 emails spread over 6 months, right? So anything of that kind, fine. But when the processing terminates, who owns the data? What happens to it? Are you saying it will stay with the vendor, the processor, or it will come back to the fiduciary? When it comes back to the fiduciary, are we sure that the processor has actually got rid of it? The processor team is not misusing the data, right? Intentionally or unintentionally. Is a shadow data left there? Need to be very careful. Just ensure that you have clauses of safe deletions, anonymization, and data handling or data return on termination. Return is one thing, but if a copy is left, it could be dangerous. So these are the four common mistakes that we see while creating DPAs. I hope you like the content of the video. We have spoken about DPAs in a series of videos, and we'll have another one after this where we'll discuss the couple of cases where DPAs are becoming very, very important. If you like this video, please press the bell and the like icon, subscribe to my channel, and share your feedback in the comment section. Thank you.